Welcome, gang. Welcome. Here we are again. It is Thursday. It is ReelQuick Thursday. We're with Tiffany Vague, and David Bacon's going to join us in a few minutes. We're pimping out the Vague rod. The logo came out starting to look pretty damn cool, Tiffany. Pretty dang cool. And what everybody said at the show is absolutely amazing. We can't use that word, but it was pretty amazing to see all the people that came over there and could not believe what you were accomplishing. How many pieces of thread?
820 actually, because I added a few more, another color to it. So now it's 820 threads.
Unbelievable, gang. If you can see that right there, that is what it takes to weave the Your Saltwater Guide logo. That is all the threads. The most amazing thing for me, Tiffany, was, and your dad and I stood there and watched you talking to I was behind you, and your dad and I were sitting there, and you're talking to the people. You would stop. You would write down something, I don't know what, and then you would talk to the people. And you would talk to anybody and everybody, no matter what, where you were in the process. And then it would get quiet for a second and you'd go right back to the thing. And your dad and I were like, we were just so, your father's seen it a zillion times. I'd never seen it before. How you could jump right back. You're talking to people about who knows what, anything at all, weaving or just rods or anything. Or a lot of people wanted to know about the grip, and you would go into, and then you would go right back to where you were. I was just blown away. It was an absolutely amazing time to be at the show. What did you think?
There's a little trick to that I learned over the years. If when I'm weaving and someone comes up and starts chatting, I immediately write down what number I'm at. And then if you watched, every time I would transfer threads from the left to the right, I split. I'll split the threads. So the ones I've already worked on, I push forward. The ones that I haven't worked on yet, it's on my side. So you've got the blank, and if you look at that wheel, I got the blank, and so on the other side of the blank is the already done threads for that row. And the ones that I'm working on are closer to me. So you'll see the threads split in half. Okay. And then I also, the backup plan B is where I write down where I have stopped. So somebody walks up to me, it's just automatic. If I'm on line 36, 36. And then I'll put like a tick or some sort of marking that tells me I'm not finished with that line, but I stopped at number 36 or 24 or whatever number it is. Then when they walk away, if I look to my left, I'll see where it's split. I'm like, okay, I'm right here. And then I look to my left list and I'm like, okay. And then I just continue on. If I don't do that, Lord only knows what that piece will look like when it's done.
Well, we all don't see exactly what you're doing. I know you have a process, and I know you're an artist. You're absolutely the best at what you do, but it is very, very challenging for anybody else to figure out what the heck you're doing. But man, did that logo, it is looking so cool. I am so happy. I can't wait. I don't even think I'm going to be able to fish with the thing. It's so cool looking.
Have to. You have to promise me you'll fish it.
I will. I'll fish the hell out of it. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
No, I'll fish the heck out of it. But Tiffany, you sent me a message on Sunday night when we were breaking down. I was back at the house packing my stuff to come home Saturday or Monday morning. But can you talk about what the experience was being at the show with all the Your Saltwater Guide people and everything that went on? Because from the very, very second you and your father pulled into the parking lot, you witnessed something that it's hard to describe, right?
Also, the now I'm pretty much, for those that don't know me, I'm actually a very shy person. So it's hard for me to talk to people unless they come up to me and start talking. And if they ask questions, I can answer it. But I'm pretty shy when it comes to people I don't know. Um, but when we pulled up there, it was amazing that we had the whole Your Saltwater Guide crew. They were all standing, waiting for us to come in. And before you know it, I get out of the car and everyone's swarming and giving me hugs and stuff and welcoming me to the group, welcoming me to PCS show. And next thing I know, everyone's carrying all my stuff out of my van, taking it to my booth and set it all up for me. That was just an incredible experience, right out of the bat, right off the door. And that it doesn't even end there. That's just the beginning.
And you know what was hard for you to figure out was those people were there. Justin and Ron and Matt and Brent and all the people that were there, they were there for to help you. And it was hard for what I saw was it was hard for you to let go and let these people set your stuff up. You're like, no, that's good. I'm good now. And they're like, no, it's not ready yet. Your booth is not done. And they just kept going and going, right?
I wasn't used to that. I'm used to, my dad and I, year after year after year, we'd pull up before the day before the show. Several trips we'd make back and forth between his Sprinter and whatever car we're taking. And then we're sitting there huffing and puffing, trying to set up everything, get the banners up, do this, do that. And it was like everyone's making me sit down. Rules were given to me, don't touch anything. And I'm like, so it was a blast. It was a blessing because, we didn't know how bad this was going to hurt because, my temporary disability, I'm working my way through it, but I still have to be careful. And we were wondering what it was going to do to me. Am I going to make it through this weekend? And then all of a sudden the whole crew is just picking up everything and taking it in, setting it up, and I didn't do anything, which was the first time in my life I didn't do anything to set up. You guys all did. And so all you guys, Matt, captains, everybody, thank you for jumping in and setting it up. And I didn't lift a finger for the first time in my life. That was cool.
And then, like Justin saying, Tiffany, you blew his mind. Very impressed with your skill. It is, if you guys haven't witnessed it yet, and you're coming to the Del Mar show, Tiffany's going to bring the rod wrapper that she uses, and she's going to bring the rod, and she's going to show you guys down there in Del Mar her skills. Daniel Rubin, ReelQuick Fishing, he's going to have a little area in the booth too to show off what he's got going on as far as ReelQuick, the reel seats that he's talking about. Plus, he's got rods that he's selling, and he's got a huge discount on the rods. Just like Tiffany, you're going to be raffling off a rod, one of your
Yes.
custom wrapped rods. You're going to be raffling that off. That's insane. There's so much stuff going to go on in Del Mar. We did a hell of a job putting on the show in Orange County, but we're not done yet. We're going to do
Nope.
this show. Then we take this show on the road again, and we show up in Anaheim, California for the California International Boat Show on the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th of April. So we're far from done, Tiffany. We're far from done.
And every show we do, it's a tradition. The doing a raffling off the custom rod. That's something that we started a couple years back, and it's just a tradition. That's what we do: raffle off a custom rod. April's show, we'll have it to where they have to be present. Um, deciding on what we should do, talk to you about what your ideas are for a rod for a raffle, if they should be present for it or if they should be, or if it doesn't matter.
No, I think the most important thing is for them to give you their number and to give them your email address. That's kind of the most important thing, because what I found is if you give us your phone number, sometimes, it's all exciting. There's a bunch of stuff going on, and you write down the wrong number or something. But I'll tell you what people don't do is they don't write down the wrong email address.
Not
They
if they're
got
gonna possibly winning a free rod, they're not gonna write down the wrong number if they or email address. If they do, then it just goes to the next one if I can't read it.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. It is. It's pretty impressive that many people came out. Can you talk about how you felt, besides the crew, besides the guys that showed up there to help you unload and set up your booth? How was your experience during the whole show?
It was awesome. I mean, people come up to the booth. They want to watch. They want to see what I'm doing because it's not something that everybody can do. I mean, there's a lot of rod wrappers out there, but they haven't reached to the point of learning how to weave. Very few of us weave. Um, so I'd have rod wrappers walking up and I'll ask them if they wrap rods because you can kind of tell the way they're looking at what you're doing and they're looking at the designs and everything. Rod wrappers have this look at, okay, can I do that? How do I do this? How do I do that? They have that look about them. And I'll ask them if they wrap rods, and if they say yeah, I give them my card and tell them, hey, look, go on the website, you get up to 40% off of MSRP. I'm not going to sit there and try to tell someone how to wrap rods if they've already wrapped, because they've got their own style, and that's good for them. If I ask them if they know how to weave and they say no, then I tell them sign up for one of my classes. I've got a weaving class coming up in April, and you'll learn how to weave. It's just all about sharing what you know. All route rappers should share what they know or what they've learned. But and then you get the people that came up to us that didn't know anything about rod wrapping, and they thought that's how you wrap all rods, and I had to explain, no, you don't weave on every single rod. I mean, there's a process to it, but weaving is like the extreme part of it. It's not how you wrap every single solitary rod. Some rods are simple, you're just wrapping guides on and putting the grips and the reel seat on. Other guides can be a cross wrap, and then the ultimate extreme part is doing a weave where you're weaving your own design that nobody else is going to have unless you've weaved it. So
Yeah,
it's
there were people that were definite rod wrappers that stood there with the slack jaw. They were just like, they were amazed, and they had to get a closer look, and a look from the side, and a look from here, and a look from there, and they were just like, a lot of guys and gals I talked to, they were like, oh yeah, I wrap rods, but I've never seen this before. They've never seen it. And that's how I was when when Bill Varney introduced me to Doc Ski and yourself. I didn't know anything about what you guys had done. Now I'm kind of feeling like I know a little bit about it, because I watch you all the time on Thursdays on here, but now I got to see it up close and personal. And it is like Justin said, it is an absolute amazing skill that you possess to do what you do.
I think I laughed at Justin. Now he's embedded in my brain. Every time I sit down at the table and start working on it, I see him looking at me and doing that motion he did at the show, telling me it's time. So now that's embedded in my brain that, okay, yes. And then he's telling me that it should be 6 grand, not 1,500, not 1,200, not 800, 6 grand. And then he's sitting there giving me the talk about, what I'm missing in my price thing, where I got to add this and the time and double the time and triple the time. And he says, you just charge way too little. I'm sitting here watching you, and it's like, come on, the time, the time, the time.
Right. Well, just like you do for your classes. When you and I know you signed up a phenomenal amount of people
Oh, yeah.
at the show, but those classes, my gosh, you give them a free rod blank. That is worth the price of the class alone. Like Dave Burris, it's hard enough just to find blanks nowadays. Tiffany's going to give you one for signing up. And Justin and I, we can't get over what you do for the little bit of money that you charge. It's quite impressive.
It's an addiction. And I warned everybody that goes into these classes that, want to learn how to build rods, that rod building is highly, highly addicting. You can ask Captain John from Fernandez Charters. He's in my class. Lisa, she took the class. All these people, I warned. This is a highly addicted. Look at me at the show. When did you see me not rapping unless somebody told me I had to take a break, that I
Right.
needed to go take a break? It's
Yeah.
addicting.
It's pretty impressive, gang. You gotta if you guys have a chance to come out to Del Mar, we're gonna be doing it inside the Your Saltwater Guide booth. She's gonna be wrapping the whole Ford or weaving. I wrapping. It's not a wrap. Weaving the whole time at the PCS show and at Del Mar Fairgrounds, starting on the 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd. So you guys can come and see what she does there. And then she'll be doing it again at the Anaheim Convention Center during the California International Boat Show. So
Mhm.
you guys just got to come out and see what's going on, plus all the other exciting things that are going on at the show. Bill DePriest and Mike Bond are going to be on my show tomorrow with me, telling you guys about all the phenomenal things that are going to be going on at Del Mar. Now, remember, we haven't touched Del Mar with this show ever. And the former show was just a shell of what it was. There was a time where that show was absolutely spectacular. And then after the pandemic, it kind of fell apart. And Bill and Mike Bond are going to do it the very, very best it can be done. You guys want to come out and see the show. And you know what? To get in, it's only $20. And the amount of entertainment you're going to get for that $20 just blows my mind, the amount of things going on there.
Absolutely, absolutely. I can't wait. The show, uh, Del Mar's gonna be kind of the second time that I've been with all you guys out there. It's gonna be a blast. We're gonna do the same thing. Um, you know, if anybody, that's in the class, go to this show. Um, because I can sit there and help you when if you have problems, because I can easily take the rod I'm working on, set it aside, put something on, and I can walk you through whatever, if it's a olive branch you're having a problem with, or, whatever design you're having a problem with, and I can walk you through it. So, I mean, this is a time if you want one-on-one, hands on with me right there, taking your finger and saying, no, put your finger over here. That's the way to do it. Then we got the Anaheim show coming up, which is going to be a little bit more immersed into rod building, because we have like this huge 40 by 40 booth. You're going to be doing seminars on, fishing. My dad's going to be doing seminars. Some of my students are going to be seminars on rod building, as well as tuna fishing. I'll be doing seminars. Plus, it's like demonstration live. So it's, you've got all these different rod wrappers that have different techniques, different styles. They taught from me, but everybody develops their own style over time. And so now here's a chance where everybody can learn from a group of people, not just one person, but a group of people, and learn how to build rods, learn how to fish. You're going to be up there talking about fishing. they need to come and learn how to fish too, not just rod building, but all sorts of different things.
Yeah, exactly. There's going to be so much at that California International Boat Show, but my goodness, let's not get in front of it too much. Let's think about the Del Mar show. We're going to
Yeah.
touch San Diego. We haven't touched San Diego in a very long time, and we have a ton of fans and a ton of people and a ton of members in San Diego that are just dying for this show. I think it's going to be a very, very good turnout. And John Stanley, you're absolutely right. We can walk out in the back of the building and fish in that canal behind the building. I've caught many, many, many over the years of the Fred Hall show right back
Yeah.
there. I've caught many halibut, and I want to go out there, and I hope to come. Ron and I will be flicking lures back there before the show goes off. And after it's over, we'll be back there flicking lures around, because that's a really good fishery back there, and it doesn't really get fished. And there's some big halibut in that trench, and it's just a cool thing. And it's salt, fresh water mixture. It's kind of cool. That's going on there. And then we got the halibut derby in Dana Point going on the 27th of March. It's going to be an absolute spectacular event. Brian's on here right now. He's got one spot left now. He started the show, or yesterday he said on the show he had 6 spots left. He has 1 left. 1 spot left. One lucky person. Going to get to go fish with the gang on the Clemente out of Dana Wharf Sportfishing. It's going to be epic. And this year, Tiffany, we got the Del Mar show. Then we got the California International Boat Show in April. And then we roll right into the day, to Don Hansen Day on the Clemente on the 15th of May. That thing's already sold out. I haven't even sold a ticket yet, and I know for a fact that we're gonna sell it out. It's a 65-foot boat called the Clemente out of Dana Wharf Sport Fishing. My father built the Clemente in 1964 in front of the Huntington Beach Power Plant. He built that boat out of battleship steel that they had left over at the Long Beach Naval Shipyard. He will be so impressed from up there looking down on us on his day and seeing all the Your Saltwater Guide members that come out for Don Hansen Day. So this year, it's just going to be incredible. And then going into June, we're going to Alaska, and I'm going to 8 of you can join Kelly and I up in Alaska fishing, starting on the 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st. And then we're going to come back and do it again on the 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th. We're going to Alaska, gang. If you want to join me and Kelly up in Alaska, give me a call at 949-374-0786. And let me just show this quick little video I made with Daniel Rubin, and then we'll get right back into this. Is that a deal? That's a deal. Where is he? There he is.
All right, gang, your saltwater guide, Captain Dave Hansen. We're down here at the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Show, and I'm with Daniel Rubin, the creator of the ReelQuick reel seat system. This is an amazing, amazing product.
You guys check this out. ReelQuick Fishing is a dovetail connection. It is in the unlocked position for simplicity here. Comes right off the rod with a dovetail connection. No more screws, no more clamps on the back. Goes on the rod just like that, and we can lock this in place. Turn of a pin. This is strong. This is not coming off of this rod. ReelQuickFishing.com. Dave, you want to add anything to this?
The really cool part about this is the simplicity of it. I fish hard all the time. I hold my rod the proper way. I know a lot of you don't. A lot of you have your hand back here. You always want to have your hand in front of the reel. That's the way that the whole design was made to do, is do it the right way. Normally, when you grab it the right way, you're dealing with the ferrule screws right here. And when you're grabbing it and undoing it, that screws keep coming undone. There's none of that happening anymore. It's a very easy system to use the right way. I was blown away when I saw this. I thought it would add a lot of weight to the rod. Actually,
It takes away a lot of the weight, gang. It's absolutely incredible. Daniel Rubin and Kimberly were absolutely swamped at the show all day, every day. Where the year before he had a lot of breaks. This year, no breaks at all. He was slammed the whole time. So much interest in this product, gang. And you can come and see Daniel and find out all about the ReelQuick system, or you can simply download the QR code. And then every page on his website, on the top of each page, is his telephone number. Give him a call. Find out what it's all about. Touch it at the if you weren't able to come to the Orange County show, touch it at the PCS show in Del Mar, and then it'll also be at the California International Boat Show. He'll have a handful of rods there to check out. But this system that him and his partner Steve designed, like he said, one little turn, little half turn of this stainless steel pin holds that reel onto the rod, and it is bulletproof. It's not coming off, gang. You got to check it out. You got to see it to believe it. But I'll tell you what, it was the buzz at the show. So many people wanted to touch that thing and find out, really, does it really work? Does it really work the way you guys say? Well, I fished it in Alaska, and I fished it in Cabo, and I fished it on Don Hansen Day. And I'll tell you what, it stood up to Dave Hansen fishing style, and I am rough on the rods. I am hard on them. I don't cover my stuff up with felt and all that stuff. I see the bags with your reel in it and the bag that your rod goes in. That's not how I fish, gang. I beat the crap out of these things, and it stood up to mine test, and it will stand up to yours. So check out ReelQuick at the show, or just check out the QR code and go over there and check it all out. Right?
Yep, exactly. The reel seats they're phenomenal, one of a kind. I mean, they got to get them on their rods. They got to use them. The ReelQuick system is absolute perfect.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty cool. So now the big question, Tiffany, because we're going to be back in Del Mar here next week, and the booth, your Saltwater Guide booth is right in front of the stage. The show in Orange County, we were off to the side a little bit. We are going to be dead center right in front of the stage this time. What do you think what do you think of my seminars?
They were hilarious. I mean, some of the things that it was like we were talking about this. It's like it's so wrong, but at the same time, it's absolutely correct. What you say.
Oh,
And
Lord.
we're waiting for the police. Okay, here they come. Here comes the police. Nope, they didn't come.
Yeah,
We
they
were
came.
laughing.
They just wanted to watch. They couldn't believe what they were hearing either. It's absolutely incredible. And if you guys make it to the Del Mar show, I promise you I'll offend you.
Like there's like 6 or 7 sheriffs, and I thought, oh boy, Dave's getting arrested. Oh God, here it comes. And then they're all standing and they were laughing. I'm like, okay, we're good. We're good.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. I have a really good time up there on stage. It's going to be a blast. And I'm just super stoked that you and Daniel are going to be hanging out in my booth. You don't have to, we're not going to be split by partitions or anything. We're all going to be in one spot, which is going to be really cool because it'll get us warmed up for the California International Boat Show. We're going to be together on that one too. So we're going to be together on two shows, right?
2 shows. Yeah, we got 3 more shows coming up.
Yeah, Cubby. No topic. No topic. You tell me what you want me to talk about. Good luck. Oh my goodness.
We got 3 shows. We've got Del Mar, we've got Anaheim, and we've got Ventura.
Oh yeah, Ventura. We keep leaving that out. Yeah, we're doing the Ventura show in May. It's unbelievable.
Lots of rod building, lots of seminars, lots of fun.
Lots of fun, that's for sure. Lots of fun. So what's going
Somebody
on, Tiffany? You got any room in your classes?
got a couple spots left. We've got Sunday class coming up, and then we've got Tuesday coming up at the end of the month. Two 15-week courses, track A, track B, and then in April we have the weaving class coming up. Um, at the show, somebody had asked me something on weaving that I thought was I should bring up for anybody that weaves or gonna go into weaving. You already heard my trick on how I keep, in wrapping or weaving the rod, how I can get distracted by people and what I do so that I don't mess up. But one of the things, and I think Dave Burrows will agree with me on this one, is making sure you clean your lines. And that doesn't mean clean your lines with like disinfectant or soap or anything like that. It's a term that we use. And every time I move a thread from my right spool to my left, I'll take the little tool and I'll run it down all the way to the base of where the thread's coming from. And that's to keep it straight and also so it's not crossing over to another one. And that is one of the key tricks with weaving to make sure that your lines, because your thread is going to try to cross each other. Another thing that somebody had asked me about, I had like 4 or 5 people that had asked me this question is, how do you know which way to move your thread from the right to put it on the left without it crossing each other? And this is another thing where when you're weaving, you want to make sure your pattern is of crisscrossing is the same. So what I do is I'll pick up the thread. Let's say I'm moving orange 36 to 36 on the right side. So I'll pick up an orange 36 and I'll drop it on the other side of the blank in front of me and I'll just drop it there. Then I'll pick up the 36 of whatever I'm going to be moving and I'll put that over in place of what the orange 36 was at. Then I'll pick up the orange 36 itself and put it back in that way. That way, it's like this. Everything is going the exact same because you're weaving it. So it's all going to look like this. It's not going to look like that. Does that make sense?
I got 1 minute.
Sure.
My dad's got 1 minute.
Have you done that?
No, I
Sure.
didn't.
Okay.
Come on, Dave Bacon. What do you got?
This is your one chance to see me in a tie. I did not want you to lose that. I only have a minute. I'm in a deposition. You know that I work as a boating safety and compliance consultant, and I'm in a deposition right now. So I have a tie on.
Wow. That'd be like
but-
me wearing shoes.
But I've only got a minute, but there's a story I just got to tell you.
Okay.
And that is at the PCS show, person after dozens and hundreds of persons would come by the Vegraz booth and they would see that incredible weave thing with hundreds of threads going everywhere. Captain Dave, you brought over a number of people, including your sister, and it was so fun to see you two draw something different out of your characters than the rest of us see all the time. But all these people kept coming by and looking at it. And I cannot even tell you how many of those people would stop, bend forward and look at it. And most of them said the same thing. They said, holy shit. So we are considering changing the name of Tiffany's company to Vague Holy Shit Rods. What do you think?
Absolutely. That's what they would all come over to me and say afterwards too. They go, "Holy shit, have you seen that?" I'm all, "Yeah, a bunch of times. That's insane." I go, "I know. I don't know how well, you and I talked about it a lot, how she keeps track of all the movement. Why she's talking to all the people.
Now
Pretty,
that's not just skill, that's talent right there, and discipline and whatnot. But yeah, that's what she does. And I think it ended up being really good that she didn't have that weave quite finished yet, and that she brought it to the show and everybody could actually see that process. I think it was wonderful.
yeah, what goes into it? It's unbelievable. It is absolutely unbelievable. And hopefully, some more people get to see it at the Del Mar show and at the California International Boat Show. Well, Dave, thank you for jumping in here for a minute. Get back to your deposition, buddy.
I'll do it. Thank
All
you
right,
all.
see ya.
And to all you folks out there driving and can't be on where you can enter comments and whatnot, we've talked to you. We know that's what you're doing. We appreciate you being here, even while driving. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Thank you guys very, very much. Everybody that's listening. And you know what was very disappointing at the show, Tiffany?
What was disappointing?
I left 10 tickets at Will Call for Dave's haters, and they were still there. I have to bring them now. I got to bring them down to the show in Del Mar.
Dave's haters?
Yeah. Because they all say they're going to punch me in the nose and they're going to do this to me and they're going to do that to me. And I'm like, this is the big opportunity, gang. I'm really going to be easy to find. I'll be up on stage. You can whoop my ass on stage. And they just didn't show up. Maybe they'll come this time. It'll be the greatest content ever watching them whoop my butt on
Trying to figure
live.
out why you have haters. If you got haters, you're doing something right.
Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. We've been doing this for 52 years, and they all say what they say until they're in front of me, and then they don't say a word.
Somebody
Oh,
just
you used it so they couldn't get in. Okay, Matt, I got you.
and Arnie asked if I can wrap a rod with your face on it. Yeah, I can. I can wrap rods with face on it. I would recommend black and white.
I just think that she would like to take anybody, whatever challenge you can come up with, she'd love to try to see if you could stump her. That's what I found out from Tiffany is she wants someone to stump her. Can you stump Tiffany? Get your money out, step into the show and see if you can give her something that she's not going to be able to wrap. I don't think it's going to happen, but you never know.
Matt's having me do a kelp stringer.
Oh, it's going to
That's
be
gonna
awesome too.
And then I'm doing yours. Yours is almost done. The only thing I have left is to put the guides on. But everybody that was there, they can learn how to do that. Start simple baby sips, work your way through it. They can learn how to do it. Could you imagine everybody having your saltwater guide rod that they each built when we all do fishing together? Could you imagine all of it just surrounding the boats?
Well, let's talk about that for a little bit, Tiffany, with your classes, you go to vaguerods.net and you guys actually could start at the beginning, at this course where you're just learning how to wrap, and then you can keep going and doing our advanced courses, and you could learn how to weave and you could put together this rod. You take them from the very beginning all the way to whatever level they want to end at. I mean, you'll just keep the classes going and you do such a phenomenal job. Let's talk about this for a minute. The 40% off all the components, my gosh, you're not going to find that in any other class.
No, I haven't heard of that, but it's just something I do. I mean, rod building's a passion. I want to teach everybody how to do it. I like to see everybody, their growth and coming out of the gate per se after I've shown them how to do it and coming up with their own stuff. That's what I like to see. But yeah, everybody gets 40% off of MSRP on all the components, the blanks, everything. Plus you get a free rain shadow blank with all of the 15-week courses. They're going to learn how to put stuff together, how to decipher between what guides go with what blank, dictated by what type of fishing they're going to do. They learn 3 or 4 different designs, how to refurbish a rod, how to fix guides. So it's a full-on course that they're going to learn. It's not like this, wham, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Here's everybody gets the same blank. Everybody gets the same components. Now put it together. It's not like that. Fishing is not like that. So and everybody gets to choose what blank they want to use from a list of 70 different blanks. So it's set up a lot differently than most of the little, 1-2 day classes. This is a course.
Absolutely. It's a college course. It's just like it's like going back to school, gang.
Yep.
And like Matt Ryan, he brought up this question. I know you're reading it right there, but how do you figure out what it's going to take? How do you sit down and figure out what it's going to take to make this kelp stringer for Matt or my logo or all the other weaves that you've ever done? How do you figure that out? That's crazy.
First step is I have a computer program and I'll put a picture in and then I got to color the picture. So it's like if you had picture a coloring book. Remember back in the day you had a coloring book and then you had to color in? Well, picture that picture in a grid. And then you have the picture with the grid that has different colors in it. So you're basically coloring in a digital coloring book per se. Then you take that and the computer will calculate all the colors and rows and columns and everything that you have to find, which is called a left list. And if you guys were at the show, you saw this 22 pages of a left list that had 236 or 280 or whatever the number was of rows that I had to do. And each row is how many threads you have and how many times you're going to cross over back and forth. So it's a process. So first step, you're coloring. I call it the coloring book. After you color it, you have the dimensions of your rod in this program that's going to tell you, you're going to have a quarter of the rod being displayed with the logo on it for your case, or with the picture that you're doing it. The left list creates all the motions that you need to all the numbers, and then you just weave it back and forth. Every time you complete a row, you're going to rotate your rod one time around, go to the second row. And the left list is going to have each rows numbered 1 through however. Your case, it's 22 pages. Matt's probably going to be 10 pages, but it's a lot of pages that you're working with, and it's a book when you're done. And you keep that book because you can use it again later on, especially like if anybody wants your saltwater guides rods, I'll have the left list. It won't take as long for me. The first rod from the first left list, it takes forever to do. Not this long normally, but I'm slow right now. Usually the first one would take about a week, but I am so slow right now. I can't wait to get my speed back up because this drives me insane. I should be done with this rod.
Well, we can't comprehend how you do it fast. It's crazy. And then Trina wanted to say she was just absolutely loved seeing your magic in person, Tiffany. It was so cool to see the magic in person. EJ wants to know, is there a computer program that you can just stick the rod in there and it's going to wrap it the way you do it?
Not that I'm aware of, but then to me, sticking it into something else to do it for me is not my work.
Hell no.
I want to be able to do it. I want the hands-on and be able to do it. Back in the day before this program came out, we used to have to take grid paper and draw on the grid paper, color the grid paper, make our own left list, and then go from there. So a project would take forever to do because you're doing everything by hand. Whereas the computer program now, you're still taking them out, some coloring and how you want your design to be and fine lining it and stuff. And then the computer does the left list for you, which is just the calculations. But back in the day, we did everything, even drawing. And for those that can't draw, oh, good Lord.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Lobster Lisa, my little sister, she wants to know, what did you think of the barbecue?
Oh my Lord. Oh, are we gonna do this again in Del Mar, have a barbecue? No?
No, we have to get the lay of the land and go figure that out for next year. I've never been down. I don't know how the lay of the land is or what we're going to do. I'm going to go figure it all out this year and see what's going on and where we can park and all that stuff. And then, yes, we will do it next year, but not this year. This year, I mean, to be perfectly honest with you guys, it's a big ordeal. I thank everybody that helped me. Marcus and Ron were phenomenal help. Ron went and did all the shopping for me. And then Marcus and his wife cut all the vegetables up for me, which really helped a lot. Chase brought his barbecue. We couldn't have done it without him. And then the biggest help of all was Brent and Trina Rodriguez. They showed up, dropped their fifth wheel up. So we had this beautiful spot in the back of the parking lot reserved. And then Saturday night, gang, we went out there in the parking lot and we executed the coolest family situation. I mean, last year was cool. We'd never done it before. Last year we did it. This year, we brought it to a whole different level. We fed 60 some people hot dogs and hamburgers and all that you could drink and all the chips and Lisa brought her lobster mac. It was just an absolute incredible time, and everybody got to just hang out with each other and just enjoy yourself. And we didn't close it off to just members either. It was anybody that showed up, and a lot of people, hard to imagine, Tiffany, but they actually got lost trying to find where we were. Tiffany, Tiffany. Oh my gosh. Once you saw it, it's hard to figure that you got lost, but it's kind of cool, huh?
I got lost. I was circling the parking lot over and over, going, can't find them. I called Lisa. I'm like, I can't find you. And then I called you. I'm like, where are you at? And you're like, I see you. Are you circling the parking lot? I'm like, yes, I'm circling the parking lot. And he gives me like specific instructions to go straight to him. And we almost ran you over.
Oh yeah. There was probably 20 other people that could not find the spot out there in the parking lot. And everybody I told, look for Brent Rodriguez and Trina's fifth wheel. You see their fifth wheel, and I would point at it in the parking lot, and they would tell me they saw it. And then all I know is, thank God those other 20 people weren't there, because we ate all the food. We ate all 50 hot dogs, and we ate all 60 cheeseburgers. It was absolutely cool that everybody showed up, and then we all cleaned up and we left. It was absolutely, we were done and we were all back at our houses or back at our Airbnbs or anything by 9:30, which was great because I had to be back in there again to tear down the booth and do the seminar and everything. Saturday was a great day though. I started out at the American Sportfishing Association breakfast that started at 7 o'clock in the morning. And then we did the show all day, and then we went and did the fed everybody in the parking lot, and it was just a great day. I was super fired up. You guys, thank you all for coming to the barbecue. I really did appreciate having everybody there. It was really cool. Yeah, Daniel, it was the only fifth wheel in the parking lot. Yeah, you missed out, Matt, but you were a big part of it too with all the tables. Everybody stepped up and helped me, and that's what it takes. It takes a village to run this thing.
Yeah. A big community. I am so amazed by how helpful everybody in this group is. It's just incredible. I have never been a part of such a group that everyone's together. Everyone works together as a unit. Everybody has fun. Nobody says anything bad about each other. The worst thing was probably when I was being told that I need to watch my time. That was the most negative part of the day. That's nothing. That was just funny where Captain Justin would just come up to me and look at what I'm doing, say those words of the holy beep, 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 and then time.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And Arnie, I can't pull it off this year in Del Mar because, like I said, it takes a village, and I'm gonna have to get the lay of the land and figure everything out. And we'll bring Captain Al's motorhome this year. Al's busier than hell. So's Justin. They're only going to be able to make it to the show on Saturday. Captain Al and Captain Justin are booked up solid, which is a good thing. This season's already started off. Yellowtail are biting in several different places. The Coronados for one, Catalina, San Clemente Island. And then Al's book, Justin's book. They got Saturday. They're going to come to the show and they're going to do a seminar. But other than that, they're booked up solid. So I won't. I don't have the support staff, friends, and family that I have in Orange County. But I'm going to have the friends showing up, and I'm going to find out who the players are out of the San Diego thing, and we're going to start to piece that together. So next year we can feed y'all in San Diego too. But I just got to get there. I know John Stanley always there for me, always taking care of me and Kelly, always there for us. But we need the village. We need a bunch of people to pull this thing off. So I want to do it right. I want to do it right. Just like I did in Orange County. I just want to do it right. I want to make sure that I don't fall flat on my face when I try to pull something off. Because it's a big deal, gang. You guys saw how well it went. Mike Lewis barbecuing everybody. Mike Lewis stood at that barbecue the whole time. And there was a line. Don't get me. There was a line at the barbecue, gang. Mike Lewis cooked all the burgers and all the hot dogs. There was a line there. It takes.
And whoever missed out on Lisa's dish, the crab or the lobster mac, I had never tasted anything like that again. Her husband is lucky to have her the way she cooks. Holy cow.
Oh yeah. Oh
That
yeah.
was just, oh.
I got a big old slab of that before it was all gone.
I
I
want the
ate more than I'm
recipe.
supposed to.
Lisa, you got to give me the recipe. I need that recipe.
Well, first
That
of all,
was
Tiffany, you got to
amazing.
go lobster fishing. I know you got to do that.
Yep.
To
I think at Del Mar, I'm going to try to cast and see how my back feels on casting. So if anybody wants to go in the back and cast with me and go fishing, let's try it.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll go check it out. See if you can throw a lure. See if you cast that Akara jig or that live deception lure. We're going to be there. Brian Sanchez is going to be up on stage with me. He said he'll be up on stage with me Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we'll have plenty of Promar giveaway stuff at the show. And
Awesome.
the new swing heads are going to be out real soon. You're going to be able to get those. We'll have some of them at the show in the Promar booth to show everybody. But the swing heads, Captain Al swears by them. I'm not real sure how it all works, but I guess they're the spinner on it and the whole thing. It's going to be really, really cool. But I love the Akara jigs and I love the live deception flash lures, along with the ReelQuick reel seat system. You just put that thing all together on a nice rod, nice jig rod or something, and those things work phenomenal. Justin's going out tonight Justin's going to be live tonight, lobster hooping. And we only got a couple of days left of the lobster hooping. It ends next Wednesday, Tiffany. Can you believe it's already over 6-month season?
Holy cow. It just season ripped by too fast.
It's
That's just
crazy.
crazy.
It's crazy that it's all coming together, and the yellowtail and the bass and all the other stuff's going to fill the void that we're going to miss. We are all going to miss the lobster thing. I think Justin's the most excited about it. I know Al is super excited about not having to go out at night. And I think Justin's excited about it too, because it takes a toll going out all the time at night and doing all that. And then being up against all those people that just want to follow Justin around and cause massive havoc on the it's crazy how people get so possessive of the damn lobster spots in the harbor. I'm just blown away. The king
Yeah.
of the lobster, the queen of the lobster, the queer of the lobster, the queer of the harbor. I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's crazy.
Well,
Crazy.
when we get to Del Mar, there's a lot of halibut surf fishing there, spotted bass, all sorts of different things that growing up going there to the show every year. Lots of fishing right there. It's phenomenal fishing.
Yeah, Jason Cutter and Darren, they love that where the river mouth dumps into the bay right there in
Mhm.
that corner right underneath the bridge. They catch lots of fish in that corner. It's pretty awesome.
It's incredible. My boys grew up in the industry with us, and every show down at Del Mar, they would sneak out the back door, and you'll find them near the train tracks fishing all along that cove and that curve. I mean, they were always catching fish out there. It's just a fun place for kids as well as
Oh,
adults.
absolutely. It's a whole different animal than the Orange County show because we
Yeah.
get to throw that fishing thing in with the troughs and the I don't even know what you call it, the estuaries, the mangrove type of fishing that goes on in that back of Del Mar is pretty amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait.
Yeah, I accidentally butt called you, Justin. I quickly hung up the phone and turned it off right after I called you. I'm sorry. I did a FaceTime call for Justin while I was on this show. Gang, Tiffany and I are going to be at the Del Mar show. Daniel Rubin's going to be at the Del Mar show. Captain Al Clowers is going to be on Saturday with Justin Bottrell doing their six-pack seminar. I'm going to be speaking every day at the Del Mar show. Please come and check us out, see us. And if you want to know more about the Del Mar show and all the great things that they're going to have there, Captain Bill DePriest from Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Show and Captain Mike Bond are going to be on the show tomorrow. You guys can ask them any questions you want about the show. They're going to be on the show tomorrow telling you about all the cool things that are going on in Del Mar. Tiffany, thank you very much for being with me today.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me here again.
It's amazing, the family, isn't it?
It's incredible. I've never felt so, so welcomed from a group. There is no other group like this. It's just incredible.
Yeah, I'm
Thank you.
pretty happy. I'm pretty proud of what I put together here. It's pretty amazing. All right, gang, thank you very much. It's been a great show. Turn off the news. My poor mother in law called me yesterday, scared to death. The Lion media has told everybody that they're going to attack California with drones. And I'll tell you what, that Lion media absolutely is doing a hell of a job scaring the hell out of the poor old people in California. I would be blown away if there is something going on with these drone strikes and they're coming to your neighborhood, gang. You know, always be always be aware of your surroundings and what's going on. But for God's sakes, guys, this lying media shit's gotta stop. It's gotta stop. This is ridiculous. They got California in a foamer right now. And if you don't understand it, gang, it's propaganda. It's propaganda. We were told when we were little kids that this is what they did to scare the hell out of people. Well, I just saw it firsthand last night. My mother-in-law is terrified. She's thinking these drones are coming. It's unbelievable. Yeah, there's drones flying around all the time, Justin. Stop it. All right. Turn off the news. They're all lying. Watch me every day. Watch Tiffany on Thursdays. We're going to tell you the truth. All right, gang. Goodbye.